What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Good morning to you all. If you're joining the channel the first time, please subscribe to the channel. And for those people who are back, like the vid, share the vid. Okay, so today I decided to do sort of a different video. I'm going to do a video about our 100 million signing Jack Grealish. Since we signed him, there's been a lot of rumors going around that, oh, is Jack a flop? Is he that good? Did Aston Villa finesse us? Coutinho is doing better. That's what Aston Villa fans keep saying. So look, I say, you know what? Maybe let me talk about Jack and see how he's doing, and also tell people and educate people, especially fans from other teams, on what happens at Man City. So look, guys, it's going to be a sort of presentation. So sit back, get your coffee. I know it's early in the morning, but I had to do this early in the morning because I have a very, very busy day today. I have so much to do, to be honest. So basically, as I say, look, whew, we're going to be discussing Jack. So is Jack a flop? That's what we can ask. That's what everybody keeps asking. Is Jack a flop? The simple answer to that is no. Jack Grealish is not a flop, and you cannot simply just sit there and say it's a flop. If you know things about football, if you watch football, we just don't go for stats, because what I've noticed is, let me just share another slide instead. Let me share the other slide. There we go. Audience view. There we go. So yeah, as I said, the simple answer to that question is no. Jack Grealish is not a flop. I know he came for a big fee of 100 million, but everybody needs time. It's going to go to the next page over here. Let's explore the new players at Man City. So every time a player comes at Man City, this is for City fans. A lot of City fans know this. Every time a player comes at Man City, they need to adapt. It's a thing. It's a thing at Man City, and City fans will understand. That's the reason why when majority of you guys keep saying, "Oh, Jack Grealish is a flop," or "Jack Grealish is not as good," look at so and so is doing this, or look at Sancho is now balling, or look at so and so. Even myself, I've been saying it for a while that even Lukaku and Sancho and people who've been signed this season, I wouldn't consider them flops, because they are coming from different systems. It doesn't matter if you played in the Prem. Yes, some players might come to a team and immediately they'll hit the ground running. They'll be good. Like Diaz, he came all the way from Portugal, Benfica. I was doubting Diaz. I was like, oh, another player from Portugal giving me Mangala. Remember Mangala when he came? He had one good game and boom, that's it. That was the end. So I was like, oh, Diaz is coming from Portugal, he's going to struggle. No, he didn't struggle. He slotted right in. But you must remember, every player is different. Some players, especially like Grealish, have got bigger responsibilities. They're there to create. They're there to create. They're there to assist. They're there to score goals. They're there to carry the ball. That's another thing I'm going to discuss with you in about a few minutes. So look, let's explore the new players' first seasons under Pep. You see, as I told you, all they all had to adapt during the first season. Man City fans know this. Man City fans know this. That's the reason why when most of you keep posting, "Oh, Jack this, Jack is a flop, or Jack is not that good," most City fans don't say anything. City fans who know our team and who know and watch our team won't say anything to you. Like for instance, the great Bernardo Silva, who's had good seasons, who's one of the best midfielders right now in the world. Guess what? During his first season, he struggled. He struggled to fit in. During the first season, Bernardo Silva struggled to fit in. And there was a point in time where there were certain people saying, oh, he was bought to be the next David Silva. He was bought to replace David Silva. Why things are not working out? But he struggled too. So that's exactly what happens at Man City. When you first come in the first season, you have to learn the system. And Pep is very specific. So if you don't really know, like if you don't really do what he's doing, same thing as Thierry Henry said in the interview. He said Pep Guardiola is very specific. When you come to his team, do you remember Henry was the best striker in the Premier League? Okay, let me just read some of the comments here. Abdullah, hi, I'm well, man. How you doing? How you doing yourself, man? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Let's read another comment here. In my opinion, when he plays, we are practically playing with 10 men down. That's what seems to me. Correct me. No, I will in a few minutes. I will in a few minutes. You see, this is why I'm saying, uh, Abdullah. Look, the thing is, when you come to Man City in the first season, you know yourself. If you as a City fan, do you remember Bernardo Silva? Bernardo Silva, people keep on saying, "Oh, isn't he supposed to be the guy who takes over from David Silva?" We don't see it. I don't think this guy will ever do it. We're gonna have to buy another midfielder. Do you remember this? If you remember correctly, and let me also give you another example. Do you remember when Cancelo also came to City? When Cancelo came to City, he wasn't having the best season. He had flashes of greatness, and he was actually doing very well, playing very good. But majority of people were like, "Oh my God, this guy! Why did we buy him?" And by the way, by the way, there was a lot of people who were saying, especially people from Juventus, they were laughing at us. They were saying, "Oh, we gave you Cancelo, you gave us Danilo. Danilo is a better deal. You guys didn't know what you were doing. We told you guys. We told you Cancelo is shit." Do you remember all this? So, guys, when judging these players, especially when they play for Man City, we have to be careful. I come back to the Thierry Henry story. Do you remember he said he came from Arsenal at the peak of his powers? At the peak, Thierry Henry was. Look, I admired Thierry Henry. He was amazing. The guy could score from anywhere. He didn't even have to look at the goal, and the guy could score amazing, amazing goals. Amazing goals. But guess what? He went to Pep Guardiola in Barcelona. Thierry Henry thought he knew it all. He said he says it in every interview. I thought I was the best striker in the world, so I knew that whatever I do is impressive. He said there was a match against a team and they were struggling, and Thierry Henry couldn't get the ball, so he was told to stay at a certain side. But he decided to go to the side where the ball was. He got the ball and scored. He thought, "Yes, I have done it. I've made Pep happy." But when he went to the dressing room, guess what Pep did? Pep benched Thierry Henry, took him off. Yeah, took him off. Yeah, so he took him off immediately. So it shows that in a Pep Guardiola system, it's a different system. It's not the same system Jack Grealish was playing at Aston Villa. When Jack was at Aston Villa, let's bring him up. Let's bring Jack Grealish up right now. In a minute, I'm gonna bring him. So look, when Jack Grealish was playing at when he was playing at Aston Villa, he was the main guy. Jack was the main guy. So everything was going through him. Even during his interview, Jack Grealish said, "I was well trusted by Dean Smith. He used to tell me that, look, you do whatever you do to create for us. You go wherever you go for you to. If you feel like you have to drop in, it's up to you. If you feel like you have to attack, it's up to you." So that's the difference. So now you must remember, Jack was able to do whatever he can do at Aston Villa. But do you think he can do that at City? Right now, Aston Villa fans are saying, "Oh, look at Coutinho. Coutinho is amazing. Coutinho is doing this." Yeah, because Coutinho is the best player you have. There's a difference between Man City, United, and Liverpool and Chelsea. Let's be honest. The reason why Lukaku is not shining at Liverpool, because at Liverpool there's people, no, not at Liverpool, at Chelsea, sorry, at Chelsea. At Chelsea, there's Champions League winners. At Chelsea, there's ballers. If you get my point. Unlike at Aston Villa, no, unlike at Inter, where he was in Italy, Lukaku was the main guy. Who was better than Lukaku in that team? Let's be honest. Who was going to be scoring goals than Lukaku at Inter? Nobody. Were they going to drop Lukaku? No, they were not going to drop Lukaku. They paid so much money for Lukaku. Why would they drop Lukaku at Inter? But at Chelsea, there is they go. There is Kai Havertz at Chelsea. Kai Havertz at Chelsea. There's Werner, 50 million player Werner. There's Kai Havertz, 80 million. There's Pulisic. So there's a difference. That's the reason why Lukaku is struggling, because he cannot get game time consistently how he got it at Inter. People should remember this. There's a lot of criticism to players when they come in into a new system, especially big teams where they have to win. Do you think Tuchel will continue playing Lukaku even if Lukaku is not playing that great? Like, do you think he'll continue? No, he won't, because he's got Werner waiting. He's got other players like Kai Havertz who can play first nine. So you must remember this. At Aston Villa, they couldn't drop Grealish, so he could have had all the time, and he had the freedom. He was the best player they had, so he had the freedom. Everybody was passing him the ball. That's why Grealish had more of the ball at Villa than he has more of the ball at City. Let me bring let me take Grealish out for a minute. Let me just take him out for a minute here. Um, let's see. Let me just read one more comment here. So the difference maybe is Grealish has come from a league, but maybe style of play and system is different. It's true. He has come from the league. You're right about that. That's the same thing I'm saying. He's come from the Premier League. Jack Grealish has come from the Premier League. But guess what the difference is? It's a different system. In that system, he was free to do whatever. Jack, if you watch him at Aston Villa, I want you guys to take time, especially the people who keep saying he's a flop, he's a flop, he's a flop, or he's not doing well. Go and watch the Aston Villa videos. You will find out that Jack Grealish is allowed to do whatever he wants. You'll find him is at the left side, playing like a fullback. Then he'll be at the right hand side. He'll go pick up the ball from the keeper. He'll take the ball. He was the main man, but now he's in a new system. He's no longer the big fish. Let me give another example of somebody who was the big fish but came to City and was no longer the big fish. Riyad Mahrez. Do you remember when Mahrez came in? When Riyad Mahrez came in for 60 million, again, another player who struggled during the first season to adapt. Do you remember City fans? A lot of City fans, especially, I'm going to say a lot of City fans, some City fans were saying Mahrez is greedy. Do you remember that time? Mahrez is greedy. He dribbles too much. He dribbles too much. Mahrez is greedy. He dribbles. Miles is greedy. He dribbles too much, or he's too selfish. Instead of passing the ball, he decides to shoot. Do you remember those times? All of us remember those times, and I was one of them. I was like, "Oh my God, why is he greedy? Why is he not passing the ball?" But Riyad Mahrez was coming from Leicester. At Leicester, Riyad Mahrez was one of the best players, and he was one of their. He was their aggregator. He won them the Premier League. He helped most of the assists to Vardy, Jamie Vardy, were from Riyad Mahrez. So Mahrez, when he came to City, he was no longer the big fish. Do you know what I mean? He was no longer the big fish. And he had to change system because at Leicester City, they used to sit back and soak up the pressure. After they soak up the pressure, they would attack. So do you see this? Mahrez and Grealish are sort of similar because you guys keep saying the same thing. Oh, Grealish is just holding on to the ball. He's not releasing the ball so fast. Or he doesn't know how to do this. Or he's not confident. But Mahrez had the same season. First season, Mahrez had the same season. Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Rodri. Let's go to Rodri, who is a hero right now. Do you remember the time when Rodri had the first season and everybody was like, "Oh, he's too slow. Oh, he's very, very slow. Rodri is not Fernandinho. He will never replace Fernandinho. He will never bench Fernandinho." Do you remember that? He will never bench Fernandinho. That was what everybody was saying. But guess what? Now, after a few seasons with Pep, he's a better player. So we're gonna just read a few things. So Paul, Paul Floyd says VUM today. I don't know what that means, but another comment here. Grealish at Villa was a big fish in a small pond. Grealish now is at City is a big fish in a huge pond. That's true. That's the point I'm trying to make. YSK, how you doing, man? YSK, long time no see. I decided to make a stream at 10 o'clock so that everybody can be here to watch it. So that's the thing. All these players had difficulties during the first season to adapt, and let's not even forget Gundogan. Gundogan, when he came in the first season, also he was injured. Remember, Gundogan was injured, and most people used to hate Gundogan. Remember, they used to say, "Oh, he's slow." Him and Rodri, when they come together, is slow. So Grealish has come from Villa. He's now in a new system. Grealish has come from a team that was winning nothing. Yes, Aston Villa fans will say we won the Champions League. Oh, that was 90, that was in the 1800s. We don't really care. I don't even remember. I wasn't born that time. I'm sorry. No offense. But Aston Villa, they were not winning anything. The only ambition they had at Aston Villa was to come from the Championship to the Premier League, which Grealish helped him. So Let's read another comment here from YSK. YSK says, I see people saying other players doing well in their first season, but Pep is completely different. YSK, that's true. People, I keep giving an example of Aston Villa because they say Coutinho is doing better and is an upgrade. Is an upgrade from I don't care. Is an upgrade from Grealish is the upgrade from what was that from like they say Coutinho is the upgrade for Grealish. So it's quite mad. Don't like you're right about that. People keep saying, "Oh, I see players are doing well," but who's doing well? It's just recently when the system has twerked is when Sancho is doing better right now. Sancho has only had few good games. Lukaku still hasn't copped in into Chelsea. Give these players time. Stop trying to use your agenda, saying, "Oh, you bought this," "Oh, just because Diaz has gone to Liverpool and he's playing well." The system suits Diaz. The system Liverpool is playing suits Diaz. That's the system he was playing at Porto. Counter-attack football, free football. Why at City it's different. You have to stand in certain places. You have to be in certain places. That's how Pep plays. So look, all these players. So we're gonna move on to the next the next slide, you may say. So that's basically it. So we're gonna move on to the next slide, and let me just read the comment here. Oh, Adam, how you doing, man? Good morning, Adam. Good morning. For those who are just joining us, we're talking about Jack Grealish, Jack, to see if Jack is a flop, just to debunk that. So, but to be fair, looking back, the £100 million seems to be a bit high, but I hope he proves himself. Yeah, but YSK, that's the same thing. That's the same thing everybody was saying about Mares when he first came. They were saying we paid a bit much. So, look, we can't really complain. That's the market, man. If you go for an English player, that's the market. So remember when Mares came for 60, when he was our record signing, people were saying we also paid a bit much for that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to use this bear with me for a minute. So we've already spoken. We've explored the new seasons. We've explored players' new seasons under Pep. So when I go to the next one, another thing is since he's come to City, right, he has to learn the new system and he also has to learn the first line system. He's been played as a first line. He's also been played in many positions, if you've noticed. It's very hard, to get a rhythm, especially for a new player. Now, another thing is what I can tell all City fans never listen to the English media and rival fans. When it comes to new players, especially at Man City, I would advise you don't ever listen to rival fans or the English media. Let me explain. Let me just show you something, right? The reason why you shouldn't listen to the English media is this. Do you remember during the Euros, they were hyping Jack. Oh, Jack is the best. He's the next best thing since sliced bread. Oh, Jack is so fresh. Jack is the second coming of David Beckham. Remember, they were like, oh, Jack Grealish is the second coming of Beckham. Jack Grealish is a star. Why is Gareth not playing him? Let me actually show you a few articles here. Let me actually show you this. That's why I'm saying you don't listen to the media when they're saying, "Oh, he's struggling," or it's the fact that he's joined Man City. That's the issue. Do you remember these articles? Do you remember this time? If you watch the Euros, do you remember the Euros? All they were talking about is why is Gareth Southgate not playing Jack? Do you remember? Do you remember that? Do you remember? We remember English media. We remember. We remember. We remember. Trust me, we do remember. We never forget. They were raving about Jack. Oh, the fans. You can see here, England, England fans are coming for Jack Grealish to start. So why isn't Southgate playing him? Gareth Southgate playing him. So you see, they were writing articles, writing articles. I remember when I was watching the Euros on TV, they were like, "Where's Jack? Why is he on the bench? What's happening?" Do you get what I mean? It's because he was at Villa. Because he was at Villa. But as soon as he moved to City, the stories changed. Oh, he's not great. He doesn't deserve a place. Somebody else deserves a place. Don't listen to the English media. Don't listen to the media. They will change just like that. Mostly when it involves Man City, that's how they change. So for me, look at the articles. I will not show you most of the articles, but if you look at most of the articles on Jack Grealish during the Euros, all they're talking about is, oh, he needs to play. Why is in Southgate playing him? Or why is this not happening? Do you get my point? So don't listen to the media. Another thing I can advise people, rival fans, don't listen to rival fans. You know why? Because the same thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the first thing I mentioned at the beginning of the video was we had a lot of players who struggled during their first season. Now, when you talk to rival fans, all they'll tell you is, "Oh, he's a flop. Oh, he's not great. Oh, why is his first season?" But a City fan, true City fan, will know that every first season a player struggles at Man City to adapt to the system because Pep's system is very complicated and complex. The reason why Pep's system succeeds is because players have to stand in certain positions, players have to make certain runs, players have to do certain things. As Pep said, I coach you on how to build up until you reach in the final third. It's up to you. So Pep has a different system to other coaches. Pep is not Dean Smith. What does Dean Smith want? He's not Dean Smith. You know what I mean? So this is Pep Guardiola. It's not Dean Smith. It's not Aston Villa. When was the last time Aston Villa competed for the Champions League? When was the last time Aston Villa competed for the Premier League or the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup? So it's a different system. So don't listen to the English media or rival fans, especially rival fans, because they don't know what they're talking about. As I said earlier in the video, Cancelo struggled, Rodri struggled, Bernardo Silva struggled. Leroy Sane struggled. Remember Sane? Sane was played in a game and he stunk up the place. But guess what? After learning the system, Sane was better. Even players that were there for so long, like De Bruyne, were improved when the system came. The system Pep, after a few, what we saw De Bruyne becoming a better player, David Silva becoming a better player. So Pep's system needs learning. So look, guys, I'm not going to really say much. I just wanted to make a video telling City fans, be patient, be patient, be patient. Don't listen to rival fans, don't listen to the media, don't be impatient and say, oh, maybe because we paid 100 million, this guy is a flop. No, you can't make somebody a flop after one season. Give him time. Give him time, and he's not going to flop. The boy is talented. Grealish is talented. Let me give you an example right now. The time when we were playing Spurs, when you looked at that bench, didn't you feel like, oh, I wish Jack Grealish was on that bench? Same thing as Jesus, who gets a lot of abuse from people saying he's not that good. But when the time came and we were all looking at the bench, didn't we wish that, oh, if only Jesus was here? Do you get my point? If only Jesus and Grealish on that bench. So look, guys, that's the video. I'll be making more of these videos. I'm thinking of doing another one on Raheem Sterling. On Raheem, I want to do a video on Raheem and just explain how this season was going for him. How Raheem has been at City since he left Liverpool. Also, guys, I'm gonna do a preview this evening. I'm gonna do a preview of our game this evening. It's gonna be a short video. We might also do a preview of the Premier League. As always, thank you to everybody who was here and watched the video. And if you missed most of the stuff in the video, please, you can go to the beginning and start the video again. I know it was early in the morning, but I just wanted to do a video early in the morning because most of the people who subscribe to the channel, when I do a video at 10 o'clock in the evening, which I usually do for the Premier League preview, they are only able to see it on the next day. So sometimes they say it's too late. As always, guys, my name is Patrick, and this is True City Fan. You can find me on Twitter as True City Fan. Subscribe to the channel. And guys who are watching right now, like the vid, guys. Like the vid. It's good to help out content creators. Like the vid. And whoever is watching it for the first time, subscribe to the channel. And as always, I invite everyone who is a City fan or even a football fan sometimes to join us for the Premier League preview tonight at 10 p.m. I'm going to do the Premier League preview tonight at 10 p.m. It will include the Man City games, and we'll also do a small review of the Spurs game. So, guys, as always, man, enjoy your weekend. I hope it's going to be a cracking weekend. See you this evening at 10 p.m. Peace.